everyone. I'm looking at the reaction of Dr. Obi Ezekwesili to the statement that was read out, or the addressing the nation that was read out by the former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. To the nation. I didn't watch, and I had no intention of watching. I haven't read the statement. I don't know whether there's anything that is going to make me read the statement. Probably it is. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do the behe on that one. You never can say. I never can say. I'm just looking at her. Let's take on her statement the way she said official ABAT, which is the X handle known as former Twitter of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And this is how the statement goes. It goes, as one of millions of Nigerians who were at church when you delivered your late incoming speech to citizens on the End Bad Governance in Nigeria protest, let me loudly say it was terribly underwhelming to read. So before I even go on, let me first of all, because I see a lot of people who have, because the former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, had made a statement, oh, protesters should stop the protest. He has addressed the people. He has done this. He has done that. There's always this desperation that you see from people to just quickly look for something, even if it's really nothing, whatever it is that the perpetrator has done, be able to now say, okay, but he has done something now. But their whole energy is more focused on the victim rather than the perpetrator, the person who is perpetrating all of these things. The speech could have come even before protest started, because these are people who were coming to you and said they believe in you and they are making demands on you. You understand? To even make demand on someone, it simply means that you even believe in that particular person. They were coming to you and say they believe in you. They want this problem to be solved, and yet you didn't say anything. Took a long time. Killed many protesters. Said nothing about the killed protester, because you've seen yesterday one of the videos that I put out was the reaction of the Wole Soyinka. He has finally spoken. Though he didn't speak about the bad governance of Tinubu, but he talked about the statement and the fact that the killings by the security agents was not addressed, and meaning it emboldens the security agents more to kill. And I'm like, who sent the security agent to kill? Is it a certificate forger in chief now? He's the one that sent them to go and kill people, and they were following his exact order. So let me come back to Dr. Obi's reaction to the statement. So she said it was terribly underwhelming to read. Your speech reads like a page from your party manifesto and terribly failed to connect to what our citizens on the streets are angry and protesting about. Your speech is quite a monumental missed opportunity to placate citizens with sound answers and outline convincing evidence-based actions that you and your Nigerian government will immediately take to address the priority bad governance concerns. So here you have a speech that didn't talk anything about addressing any of the issues. Yes, when people are angry, when people are coming out to protest, the first thing, as a leader, one of the things that one is supposed to have is people skills. You should have the capacity to communicate with your people, to understand, to empathize with them. Not only communicate to them in a manner that says that you are hearing them, you feel their pain, and you're doing everything possible to help. There was nothing like that from the speech. As we've heard, so many people across have talked about the speech. So this is what she's talking about, that the issue that had made them angry, understand them, communicate and say, this is what we are going to do. We are going to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is the evidence, not just to say, because most times they say these things with mouth, they never carry them out to say this. And that's where Dr. Obi is saying, evidence-based action that you're going to take, the things that you're going to do, this is how you're going to do them, this is what you're going to do, and let people, and then you give timelines and ask people to hold you accountable based on those things. But of course, there was nothing about, there was arrogance and all of that from the speech. But let me go back to the statement put out by Dr. Ezekwesili. And she said, your speech was sadly again written out of a mindset that is focused on getting back at our enemies. Because I think from the things that I've seen online, except from the statement, there's this thing where they're talking about political opponents and all of that. You think that all that is happening here is about political elements. You think it's about people you're not seeing the anger of the people. You're not seeing what people are feeling. And she said, let me repeat what she said. What I read. Your speech was sadly again written out of a mindset that is focused on getting back at our enemies. Imaginary enemies at that. No true leader has the luxury of having enemies among their citizens. Not at all. A public leader becomes the leader of all with a mind that does not think of any as their enemies. Exactly. That's what leadership is all about. You can't sit down and be saying, oh, this is my enemy, they want me to fail them. You don't have that luxury. For this one, you've rigged your way into office. Solve the problem. Shame your enemies. The best way to shame your enemies is to shut their mouth up with good governance. Shut their mouth up with transparency. Shut their mouth up with accountability. So that these so-called enemies you think are enemies, which as a leader, Dr. Obi say, you don't even have the luxury of looking at anyone as enemy. Then when they are talking, citizens will say, but we are having a good time. If these citizens are happy, would they be coming out to protest? You think anybody wants to be under the sun, hot sun? You think anyone wants to be inhaling tear gas? You think anyone wants to be on the streets running? Nobody wants to go through that. People also want to stay in their houses and eat, the way the Senate president, talked about. People also want to be minding their business. If you're providing all of the good governance and life is good for people, they won't be on the street. And that's what she's saying. And they say, this is why it is ever unfortunate to see Nigerian public leaders, in quote, talk and behave like losers on matters of public governance, where they are expected to rally their all citizens behind the common purpose of nation building. It is nauseating to observe this recurrent innate unwillingness of Nigerian public leaders to admit responsibility for the demands of the same public leadership that they kill and maim citizens to assume. They kill and maim to enter into this office. Then they enter there and refuse to take responsibility. They went around begging these citizens, telling them this, that the one they will beg, the one they will give spaghetti, 2 cubes of Maggi, whatever it is. They shall went around asking for this same position. And then they get into the position, some legally, some get into the position through the mandate of the people, some kill, maim, rig their way into election, and they refuse to come out, refuse to take responsibility. And she said, official bad. Citizens know when they are being badly governed. And for what one can see, Nigerians have now realized that they must collectively speak up and take action. Otherwise, their self-obsessed rulers and not leaders will not pay them any heed at all. As we remember and pray for families of all citizens mowed down or maimed for demanding an end to bad governance, let me call on you at Official Bat, which is Tinubu'S Twitter handle, to immediately instruct the IG of police and his men to stop, she put it in capital letter, stop killing peaceful protesters now. And also fish out all law enforcement personnel that have killed and maimed citizens and ensure they are sanctioned as a deterrent to their colleagues. I stop here because Dr. Ezekwesili said it all. Thank you for watching.